morning, everybody, on a brisk 36 degrees in the Northeast. Here we are, and they're walking. They're walking. They're not talking. We use butterfly nets, and I cover them with bags as pooper scoopers. When I grew up, we had a pooper scooper. I think they have them, but they're too big and clumsy, and you have to wash them. This to me seems more practical. I know the plastic bags, don't say it. I don't care. We're using the plastic bag, and we tighten it and try to use one bag between both of us. But it's Saturday, and it's their morning walk, and Gretchen was very impatient. Well, she wasn't impatient. She had every right to get upset. The girl was over to where you going? Visiting a neighbor. The girl came over to give the flea and tick med to the cats. We cannot do it. It's a tablet. They will not take it. So we give it, even though they're inside. They don't go outside because Orange has allergies to eat a flea. And I think I was trying to say that this morning. If fleas can travel in the air, and because sometimes we do leave the windows open, a flea can travel in the air and bite them. They may not stay on them, but it'll bite it, and that's all it needs to trigger an allergy. Here we are. We're doing the walk. Come on, baby. She's very excited to greet neighbors, but there's no neighbor waiting up the driveway for her. Plato is lumbering. Plato does not like this weather. He's very sensitive to rain, and sound travels in rain in water. She, as I said, she was really brutalized for 7 years. 6 years, really. I think it's 6 or 7 now. She was kept out in all temperatures, rain, wind, sleet, snow, thunder, anything. They kept her outside, tethered to a tree, tied to a tree. And so she will take anything. If it's lightning out, she'll go out. She'll jump a little when the thunder happens, but she'll still go for a walk. So crazy. So they're cruel people. So many people just cruel. Bullies. If they can bully an animal, a little kitten, they torture them and they do it to a dog. It defines them. It defines them. Then those people, if you ever expose them, they're the ones that should be fined and imprisoned. The laws are not strict enough in our country. Check out the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, they don't have shelters because they've taken care of the problem. Strict laws, fined, imprisonment, and spaying and neuter. This has got to be a situation we have to get under control. There's too much abuse. There's too many counties, and some of the worst areas of animal abuse are Texas. Really bad. Just areas where people just dump kittens. This nonsense is just fixable if somebody wants to fix it. I think there are enough intelligent people to know that we have problems, and there are a lot that we have to deal with to take care of. Even our own people are not taken care of with mental health issues. But you can't say, well, I have all of these problems with mental health issues with just people, and let's forget about the animals. The animals have to be a part of this package. We have to help who's out there. Everyone. We have to help. And we do our small part. Teaching our kids the importance of adopting and not shopping. You want a pretty little package. We got 2 pretty little packages, but we adopted them. From Plato from a kennel, and Gretchen from a rescue. Ginger and Fred from a rescue. My dog Lucky was, he was in the pit. Lucky, the dog we had, Lucky, was brutalized, tortured, hung off a roof, and they ripped the hair off his body. And we adopted him. And then we had Apollo. Apollo came, we laughed, my husband and I, because Apollo, he came with a house. He was in the garden. Like a week or two after I moved in, all of a sudden this beautiful German Shepherd was lying in my shrubs. And he wouldn't leave. And I called my father. I said, Dad, there's a big German Shepherd here. He's over 100 pounds. He's a big guy. And my dad tried to shush him away, but he wouldn't leave. And then my neighbor, who trained dogs for the military, said, he's in love with you, this dog. He just doesn't take his eyes off of you. And I said to my husband, I guess he's ours. He's not going to leave. So we brought him to check for a chip, nothing. He just took off. We noticed that he tried to run away from us when there was firecrackers, and my husband, in thank God, in very good physical condition. He's good now too, but he was much younger. Took off for like a mile running after him and caught him and brought him back home. And we kept him. We thought he was very old. I don't think he was as old as he acted, but we had him for 7 years. And we were very blessed because we were told that he wasn't going to live long. He was very, very old. And we had him for 7. And he was, I get a little emotional with my animals. He was one of the best dogs I ever had. I've had every one of them. I always say is etched in my heart. Apollo was God. And Lucky, oh my God. There isn't a dog that I haven't had that, takes a little piece of me when they leave. It's really hard. After Lucky died, it took me about 7 years to adopt again. I could barely function. It's hard. It's hard. Sorry. I got to prepare the bag. It's hard. We lost our first child to cardiac disease, unbeknownst to all the doctors, and we did testing and stuff, but nobody knew he had a cardiac disease. And if it wasn't for Lucky, I don't know where I was mentally, and he was it for me, that dog. He was it. He pulled me through some of the worst. Oh, man. He pulled me through some of the worst days of my life. They just give, dogs. They ask to be loved and fed. And what they give us is unconditional love. And we can't pay for that. There's no amount of money. If you have a dog, you are so blessed. And cats, oh my God. You just be kind to them. Be patient. And remember that they're children in their mind. They don't grow up. And that's a gift. They don't know when their bodies are hurting. They don't understand it. Take them to the doctors. If you can't afford to have an animal, don't. They are a family member. It's like having a child. You got to take them to the doctor. We take ours twice a year. It's just my own anxiety and fears that I'm missing something if I don't take them a second time to just do a checkup. Because they can't tell me. But believe me, if something's going on, I immediately run. I go. Be kind. And if you see abuse, report it. Don't be quiet. I've always reported abuse, and I didn't care what price it paid. I've seen dogs locked in cars, and I've said something. Contacted the police. Be their voice, because this is all they have is us. and never give up the fight. And if you see an injustice, write to your politicians, your senators, your congressmen, because that's their job. They work for us. If you see something going on, you call their offices, note on a piece of paper what day you called and who you spoke with, and that you want something done. As again, be their voice. Do not stay silent. Because one day, I pray that this country will implement a program or laws that will protect them properly. Because the woman who owned her, she needs to be in jail for a long time. What she did to her. I want to meet her one day with her and show her the majesty of who she is. She's an incredible, Gretchen is incredible. Plato also has a story behind him. I'll get that another time. I only know a part of his story. We don't know the full extent of his story because Plato is very loving. But don't be silent. We're nearing the end of our walk, and they walk quickly today, I guess, because it's raining. It's a beautiful. We have pear trees lined sidewalks, or sidewalks. You can see them. Today we have a lot to do. We're going someplace. If I can, I'll videotape it. My daughter is a big Broadway person, but we're not going to Broadway because going to Broadway in New York City, you're going to pay about $1,000 for 4 people. And we don't have that. You can see what we have. Say, wow, you have a beautiful... No, you have to remember, anything you have in life, you've got to, work with the numbers. Can't spend $1,000 to go see a Broadway show. But we found out a beautiful theater within our state that is quite reasonable. And with that, come on, let's go. And with that, we, come on, babe. She won at a charity, my daughter, who was hell bent on winning this particular basket. She put a lot of tickets in and she won it. She was competing with my sister, mind you. My sister walked out not happy, but she won it, and she won, I think, for a family of 4 tickets to like 3 shows out of 6. And we're very excited. I hope to videotape a little part of it. And if you're in New Jersey, it's something you may want to jump in and check it out. It's a beautiful little place. 2 hours, about 2 hours. See the show. From us, about a half an hour away or so. But it's something that she just loves. And we're looking forward to embarking on that today. And I know the animals are not going to be thrilled that we're leaving, but I'm going to try to get the cats up early today. We're nearing home. Come on. We found out yesterday we had the garage door open, a guy, and he told us that we have a crack in our garage door. Our garage doors are 20, almost 26 years old. Yeah, almost 26 years old. And my husband was saying if he could glue it. And the best is he's not a handyman. You want to be afraid of the man that says, can we glue that? I said, you can't glue it, it's steel. You got to be real careful. They supported it with another piece of steel, but we've got to, come on, baby. We've got to they gave us a very good price. The original company that installed them 26 years ago gave us a wonderful price on doors. So I'm very happy. Better than Home Depot or Lowe's or any of that. Better price. So I'm very excited. I just had to ask my mother. My mother is an artist. And I had her pick the door because I knew that if every time she came over, if she didn't like the door, she'd say something. So I picked the 2 that I liked, 4 that I liked, and then we narrowed it down, and she and I agreed. So we're good. But have a wonderful Saturday, everybody. Stay safe. She's smelling something. And you've got your walk-in for Saturday, April 12th. God bless you all. Have a wonderful, safe day. And it's all about mom mode, life, animals, nature. And let's share. Like, comment, share, and please subscribe. I'd love to do lives. Take care, everybody.